Okay, hi, this is Jen from Jen with Sprinkles again. Yet another video, and this time I wanted to show you the first ever paper bag album that I made, and you can see it's quite a large one. So this is going to take us a few minutes, and I apologize for the lighting. I still don't have a really great light in my studio office here, so I will shortly. So first things first, I wanted to show you on the sides here, I have some grunge board, which is made to look like hinges, that I have painted with some Adirondack paint dabbers and put on. It's not really holding it all together, but it looks like it, so that's a neat touch. More grunge board here. When you sit this up on the shelf, it looks sort of like a keyhole on the side, and it's all distressed. That's more grunge board. More grunge board, more grunge board, more grunge board. This was an experiment in grunge board. This is actually a book that I made for my husband for his 25th birthday. We did a surprise pirate party for him. So it says a pirate party 09. These letters were cut out with the sizzlets that I got. If you watch my video about how I saved $420, yes, I'm still excited. Someone asked if they were easy to use, and they are. Maybe I'll try and make a little video showing how that works after this. But so I have these two arrows and they spin, and then there's actually a magnet in here because the book got so large and unwieldy that I couldn't keep it closed any other way. So we'll just open that up. Inside it says, I'm sure you can't read that, but it says Scott's 25th birthday surprise and the date. On this first page I have a picture and some buttons that I sewed through. Now in this case I did not want to put anything in the paper bag here, so I sewed the buttons straight through, and on the other side that's covered just with a sticker from Cosmo Cricket. So I did the bag book that has flaps, and so I decorated this flap, and then over here more grunge board. How cool does that look? I don't know if you can tell. It was painted black and then silver, more paint dabbers, and it just gives it a really neat look. This is my husband and I in the pirate cutout, which was quite the hit of the party. And inside that bag I have a separate little mini album. I showed the cover of this on my last video. Someone asked how I made this cover. So real quick, it is a piece of cardboard covered with two different types of designer paper, so it's nice and sturdy. The letters are cut out from the sizzlets. It is the Sunset font. This is a piece of grunge board that I painted, wrote on, put a rub-on on, put some eyelets through, and then the background paper. So the background paper is a technique that Tim Holtz shows in some of his videos. If you haven't watched his videos, go watch them. The only bad thing about his videos is you're going to go want to buy everything the man has ever made. But, so in his videos he shows how the distress inks, I used the tea dye one right here. The distress inks, they react with water. That's what makes them unique. So on their nonstick mat, if you put the distress ink down, squirt it with some water, I squirt mine using their mini mister because it just makes it easy to control the water. And then you run the paper through it, dry it, do it again, crinkle it, rub some more on, a lot of water, and you get that kind of look. I then did take the edges and with my fingernail and a distress tool distressed them. Then there are different stars stamped on here, a sailboat, a little sentiment saying set sail, and then these darker stars are actually a star stamp that I then clear embossed. So that's the cover of that. Inside it is us again, but also everyone else from the party who put their heads in. So those can all be in one place, so we can take this if I just want to show someone those pictures. If not, it fits right into the larger album. So then next is, these are the cupcakes that my mother made. Great cupcakes, thanks Mom. This is one of the fragments. They're acrylic, they're really cool. That is a cutout from paper that goes with the Nana's Kitchen collection. I'm not sure who does that. This ribbon was actually white and I dyed it with my alcohol inks. So that was really neat. On the next page, oh, it's Scott eating the cupcake. Now, this was a shorter page, and my book is not really cooperating right now, probably because I have a camera. But there's a pull tab, and out of this page pulls a book. It says friends are life's greatest treasure, and it has him hugging the treasure thing. Inside this is the guest list for the party, and then it folds out 3 different pictures. So those just accordion fold back in, and that would go right back in there. I'm not going to bother right now because I'm showing this to you. In the next pocket, there's another book, and it's the many stages of Scott drinking, slightly drunk, drunker, and it ends with drunkest, and then it says happy birthday on the back. So that was just another set of pictures that I wanted to include. That's what I really liked about the paper bag album, is that you can include a lot of pictures without having to do a page for each one. You could make these mini books that would go inside. You know, I would never take the time to make a book of just 6 pictures normally, but with some ribbon and a few holes, it made sense to put that in the pocket. These 2 pages are 2 paper bags that I actually stitched. I don't know how you can see that. Stitched together to make kind of one more sturdy flap, and that worked out well because then I had the 2 pockets kind of in one. This is a page, and the blow-up parrot thinks that maybe Scott's had enough to drink. On this page, I have more Cosmo Cricket. I added a few gems to it. On the flip side of that flap, I have kind of my lovey-dovey. It says Pirate Love all over it. As we get into a page that had to do with Scott and I. Just going to stick something under here so this stays up. This is a picture of us with our glow bracelets on. But what's really neat is that if you turn this, yes, there's me as a pirate. I apologize for the scary photo. But you pull this up, and it has a whole bunch of other pictures. But yet when you're moving it, it stays because it's kind of held to that little flap. Then there's another little book in here on the next pocket. I learned a really cool technique from Jennifer McGuire. I know this may be hard to see, but it's using the fragments again and the alcohol inks, but then she stamped over it. She used archival ink. I just used my regular Memento Tuxedo Black, and then when you wipe it away, it takes away the alcohol ink, so it kind of leaves like a resist. So I did that on there. And these are just some extra pictures. There's the shirt I made for myself, the shirt that I made for the hubby, and some other pictures that I wanted to include but didn't really fit anywhere else. This page says the end. This is another font. This is the some kind of bubbles, alpha bubbles, I don't know, font that I got on that same day from the Sizzlets, and then a picture of just kind of the scene. And really that's, I was using my phone to hold the book up so I could videotape it. That's the whole book. I did not put things where they belong, so it's not going to want to close right for me. But it took me about 2 days of work on that, and then you know, some finishing touches here and there. But I really think it's a neat way, you know, here is everything from that day all in one place. Kind of a different style, a different thing. You got to do a lot of different things, and yet I wasn't stressed out about which pictures to include, because if I wasn't sure how to include them, I just threw them into a mini book and, you know, threw the mini book into one of the pockets, rather than trying to fit it all on one page, or worse, having a bunch of pages about one event in my main scrapbook, and then it kind of takes over. So hopefully it gave you some good ideas. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments, and I'll get back to you. So thanks. I hope you enjoyed.